everyone, and welcome to the Advanced Paralegal Certificate Course Informational Webinar from CLS by BARBRI. We'll get started here in just a minute to allow everyone time to join. Our webinar today will start with a presentation from our Business Development Director, Stephanie Elio. Following the presentation, we'll be here for about 10 or 15 minutes to answer your questions. So please be sure to drop them in the Q&A feature, and either one of our enrollment counselors working in the background here will answer you directly, or we'll address it during the live Q&A. So with that, I'm going to introduce Stephanie from CLS, who will get our presentation started today. Take it away, Stephanie.
Thanks for the intro, Emily, and welcome to all of you here. Thank you for joining us for this half hour. We're going to talk about the Advanced Paralegal Certificate course today. Before we do, let's kind of take a quick peek at the agenda. Ground rules for this and all of our webinars are we do have live Q&A at the end. We're happy to answer your questions. If you do submit them, we've got some enrollment counselors working in the background to get you some ready responses. It's likely I'll get through most of the information during the presentation, but if you do submit, make your questions relevant and please be kind. We will talk about CLS and relationship to BARBRI, the online support, the peer interaction. We will talk about different course topics that are included within the Advanced Paralegal, some testimonials, digital badging, which we are really excited to talk to you about, something new here at CLS, and our inclusion in the BARBRI Job Network, also a new exciting thing, and how we work with college and university partners, the course, the materials, and most importantly, how to register for this program. So CLS by BARBRI is actually formally known as the Center for Legal Studies. If you hear about Advanced Paralegal, you may have already taken our paralegal certificate and had some experience with us under our previous name. The Center for Legal Studies has actually been around for 40+ years. We joined BARBRI Global almost 2 years ago, and we are very happy to be a part of BARBRI Global. If you haven't heard of BARBRI before, it's a pretty good place for us to live now. BARBRI is responsible for training a very large percentage of all law students that go to sit for the bar exam when they are going to become attorneys. So if you're taking our courses to eventually work in a law firm, work under the supervision of attorney, I guarantee you that that prospective employer or current employer has absolutely heard of BARBRI. We have recently rebranded everything, so our name, CLS by BARBRI, is how we are moving forward. We haven't changed our core values in one way at all. We still work very hard to provide the most affordable courses that we can, flexible formats in our delivery. This course is delivered online, which we'll talk about in detail in a few moments. We do employ to teach our courses licensed attorneys, high-ranking paralegals that have experience in the field. They are professionals in the industry. And so you are able to gain a lot of not only knowledge from them, but benefit from their expertise. We do have 18 different courses offered in our Advanced Paralegal course in that program, and we're going to talk about that moving forward here. Let's go ahead and go on to the next slide, please. Let's talk about how the online learning works. If you have not taken one of our courses before, and this is your first visit to CLS, you'll want to know that we teach in an asynchronous virtual classroom. Basically, what that means is that you have 24/7 access to the system, and you don't need to be logged in at any specific time of day. We deliver our courses online through a system called Moodle, very user-friendly, used by many colleges and universities to deliver online courseware. The video and printed tutorials are available throughout the system, and we do provide ongoing administrative and technical support for all of our students. In the next slide, you will see a little bit of how the bulletin board works, the tools available for you to interact with your instructor. So you can absolutely read the slide for yourself, but in a nutshell, what this means is that the courses are instructor-led. You've got connectivity with instructors, with classmates. But again, you do not have to be logged in at any specific time of day. Our students are very busy. We know that. They've got full-time jobs, kids underfoot, spouses that want attention, you name it. Lots of things in their lives. So the beauty of this is with 24/7 access, which you're given a password when classes start, and that remains active until the end of your course session, you're able to log in at a time that works for you. Instructors are going to post what the written and reading assignments are on Monday morning. Deadlines are typically Sunday night. Part of your work during a week is going to be those written and reading assignments, but also participation in bulletin board discussions. So the instructor will post a topic for discussion. You will post your response. Once you do, you're able to not only see your response, but your classmates as well. Sometimes those turn into pretty dynamic conversations and can run like a blog. So again, it doesn't matter what time you participate, so long as you do. These courses are definitely designed for adult learners. On our website, in much of our social media, including our Facebook page, you are able to review testimonials. These are all written by students that have taken our courses. You can see them under the About CLS tab directly on our website at www.legalstudies.com. If you've ever visited our Facebook page, CLS by BARBRI, you can go to the reviews section, and there are quite lengthy reviews there as well. Students provide all kinds of feedback, from the actual delivery of the course, how they feel about the instructors, what kind of jobs they obtained upon completion of our programs, and what kind of training that they were able to put into the real world. So if you want to take a minute to review some of those, we will certainly welcome you to do so. Now let's kind of dig into this advanced course. The U.S. Department of Labor, U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects the number of paralegals to increase 10% every year over the next 10 years. That is an increase of 10% more. The reason the growth is there is not because all the law firms are just hiring more paralegals, but also because of how transferable these skill sets are. Paralegals work in almost every industry out there. We talk about it in a greater detail in the paralegal webinar, but in this one, I want to let you know that the more skills you have, the more valuable you are. Paralegals don't only work in law offices. Every major corporation has got a legal department. They hire paralegals, as do insurance companies, government agencies, the court systems, private enterprise. We've got paralegals that intend to work freelance, and taking some advanced topics will certainly help increase your ability to do that. They will help you stand out in a competitive field. Again, the more skills you have, the more valuable you are. The more skills you have, the higher your earning potential. This program is designed to build on the core skills that you've either obtained through your career working as a paralegal, taken our paralegal certificate course, or gotten paralegal training elsewhere. Any of those will meet the prerequisite to qualify you to take these advanced topics. The reason we have that prerequisite is we want to make sure that you're in a class that's a good fit for you. And every one of these topics takes the presumption that you have that core knowledge. This will also allow you, if you're already working as a paralegal, to grow in your career and develop yourself professionally. Topics available in this program. So the paralegal course certificate that CLS by BARBRI offers is a 14-week training delivered over 2 7-week sessions. The advanced program can be completed in the same amount of time, or it could be done in a longer period of time. What you see on the screen right now on this slide are the 18 topics that are included in this program. Each one of these topics is a 7-week class, and it follows our standard online calendar, which is 6 online sessions per calendar year. The next session is starting on June 28th. There will be another in August and then October. We offer every course, every session. And when it comes to the advanced topics, we do allow you to take them 1, 2, or 3 at a time. With my virtual background, it doesn't look like putting my fingers up is a good idea. Nevertheless, these topics are all available every single session. So you can combine 1 or 2 or 3 at a time. You can skip a session. We'll look at the calendar in a few moments. I mentioned a moment ago about the prerequisite. So here it is in print as well. We do require that students have either taken our paralegal certificate course and earned that certificate, or equivalent training or experience. So if you've got 1 to 2 years actually working in a firm in the capacity as a paralegal, but don't hold a certificate, then you would be eligible to take the advanced coursework. However, before you make that automatic jump, if you hadn't earned a paralegal certificate, I'd actually recommend that you read the syllabus for hours first. Have an honest conversation with yourself and go through the learning objectives that are listed on our website. It tells you exactly what we teach in that program. If you feel that you really do have all those skills, then by all means, request to have the prereq waived. We'd like you to participate in the advanced program. If you determine that you really don't have those skills taught in our core program and you would benefit from taking the core first, that should be the step that you take. Do the paralegal certificate first, then come on to this advanced program. If you've already taken it, you do meet the prereq, you're prepared for advanced, then you are allowed to take the topics 1, 2, or 3 at a time in a single 7-week session. Students are required to complete 6 topics in order to earn the advanced paralegal certificate. There is no limit to how many you want to take. So if you want to do 16, 18 topics, you certainly may. But to earn the actual advanced paralegal certificate, you do need to complete 6. 1, it's the minimum. 6 is, or 3 in a single term is the maximum. So at minimum, you would need to do at least 2 7-week sessions to earn this certificate. If you wanted to stretch it out longer, you certainly are able to do that. We have a maximum of 12 months to complete the coursework and earn your certificate. The clock starts ticking when you take the first topic. So for instance, if you want to start with the next upcoming session and you want to take 1 or 2 topics, that's great. You would have until this time next year to complete the other 4 needed for the certificate. We recommend that students choose their topics based on their interest. What you're more passionate about, what you believe in, what you really want to learn is what's the best choice for you. Follow your career path that way. If you want to be very well-rounded, then pick something from here, something from there, and mix them up. If you're in the process of taking our paralegal certificate right now, you might want to have a conversation with your current instructor and ask them for recommendations. But our enrollment counselors, when you work with them, they're not going to tell you which topics to take. The choice is yours. And we want you to make that choice and do it in an educated fashion. Just like the paralegal certificate syllabus is on our website, as are these. For every single advanced topic in this program, you can see a syllabus before you register. The same grading policies are good for this program as all other CLS courses, and that is a 70% or better passing score on every assignment. We do not do cumulative grading. CLS does not believe in sending students out into the world, having come through our program, being good at some skills and not good at others. You need to show proficiency in all skills and all learning objectives for every course. Therefore, 70% or better in order to pass on each assignment. Now, just as all our other courses, that doesn't mean if you bomb a test, if you fail a quiz, you're going to bomb out of that course. It means if you don't pass that particular assignment, test, quiz, whatever it may be, you will be given an opportunity to receive feedback from the instructor as to why you didn't pass, and you will be given an opportunity to redo it. We want you to be successful. We are vested in your success. So please know that communicating with your instructor is key at all times. And if you have something that maybe just didn't click the first time and you need some additional instruction, we are here to help you with that. Spend a minute or two talking about California for a second here. So in the United States, completion of our paralegal certificate course will render you job ready. You're ready to go to work. There's no regulations for paralegal training, and that program is going to provide you with the core skills that employers want and need you to have to render you hireable. So California, a little bit different. California is actually under regulation from the California Business and Professions Code 6450, which says that you must have 24 semester units of substantive legal training in order to call yourself a paralegal and have your employer bill you out as a paralegal in California. Now, completion of our regular core certificate, the paralegal, will yield you a portion of that. Completion of the advanced program will render you viable for employment and give you the remaining semester units you need. Semester units, clock hours, there's a full mathematical formula for that. But basically, we've already done the math for you. So completion of the 14 weeks online training for paralegal and completion of 6 advanced topics, 7 weeks each, is going to give you exactly what you need to be in compliance with that code. If that is a discussion that you want to have in greater detail or want something printed sent to you about it, we're happy to do so. Just send an email to info@legalstudies.com, or you can certainly call our enrollment counselors that are available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And our number will be on the last slide, but it is, if you're writing down now, 1-800-522-7737. Benefits to taking these courses. So I mentioned when going over our agenda about the badging. We are really excited about this. It is a total game changer for our students. The purpose of our courses is to provide folks with job skills that they can immediately go and use in the real world. And so we've got people that are coming right out of maybe an associate's or bachelor's program, and they want to pad that degree with some actual real skills because they're going into the world for the first time for a career. We have career changers. We have people that are already in the industry and they're looking to move up. Lots of different types of students. But one thing is all pretty much the same for all, and that is they're looking toward that next job or a better paycheck. And so you want to be able to show off the skills that you obtain in taking these courses. A digital badge, also sometimes called a micro-credential, is going to do this. We just started offering badges for our courses in the last month and a half. And if you don't have any experience with digital badging, basically what it is you're still going to get the paper certificate that says certificate of completion through whichever one of our college and university partners you decided to designate when you register. Okay. But with the digital badging, you can add that to your LinkedIn profile, other social media platforms. And when someone clicks on that badge, it's actually going to open up and show which skills you have. So it's better than a resume. Um, Resume is going to say that you earned the certificate. It's going to have dates. There may be one or two sentences of what you learned there, but the digital badge is going to show all the skills, and it is shareable, and it will be stamped and issued securely to you. So if you want more information, you can also submit an email to info@legal-studies. If you've already been in communication with one of our enrollment counselors and they didn't send you information about badging in particular, just shoot them a quick email. They'll be happy. We've got a full informational template and set of FAQs that we can email to you in a heartbeat that'll go into detail about that. But you are looking to take this program at a really good time because, yes, you need to take 6 topics to earn the certificate. But with the badging, you're going to earn a digital badge for each and every individual topic that you take. The certificate will just say advanced certificate and make sure our California folks are in compliance with that code and show the clock hours and semester units. But the digital badges will show recognition that you completed each individual topic. Pretty wonderful. The next exciting thing we've got here is the Job Network. BARBRI Job Network is now including an entire section for paralegals. You know, I've talked a few minutes ago about why people come to take our courses. They're either changing careers, they're looking to get a promotion, they are looking to enter the industry for the first time. And they want to look for that new job. So bottom line, if we can help you to find a new job, that's great. If you remember it when I started speaking at the beginning of the presentation, I was talking to you about how wonderful it is that we are now part of BARBRI Global. BARBRI has been training law students to take the bar exam for 50 years. Those attorneys are your future employers. They know who BARBRI is. Our new job network is connecting attorneys, hiring firms, corporations with our graduates. You're able to upload your digital badge, your resume, completion that you've completed our program, which they are familiar with. Employers are able to seek by skills that they want to hire for. We are working very hard in the background on your behalf to bring things full circle from the time you enter until you're employed. And so we encourage you to check out the new BARBRI Job Network. If you're in the middle of taking your paralegal certificate and plan to take this advanced program, if you have not checked that out, that's another thing that you can speak to your enrollment counselor about. They've got some additional documentation that they are happy to email your way, or if you want to give us a call. During the week, during regular business hours, they are available all day, every day, and we'd love to talk to you about that. How to enroll. If you have never enrolled in our courses before, you want to know that CLS by BARBRI is an educational partner with almost 150 college and universities nationwide. We work with accredited institutions. The certificates are non-credit, non-degree seeking, but all of our college and university partners are accredited institutions. So we work with the continuing and professional education departments, and the certificate upon completion is issued by the school, not CLS by BARBRI. Your badge would be issued by CLS by BARBRI, but your certificate by the school. This is a small sampling of some of the schools we work with. To see a full list and to do what we recommend, which is choose the school closest to you, you can do that from our main website at legalstudies.com. There's a Google map on the front page. There's a find a course by state on the home page. All of those tools right there for you to find the appropriate college partner. Now, the reason I say the one closest to you, it's logical. If you're going to continue living where you are, and that's where you're going to work, it makes sense to earn your certificate from the school that is in that area. Course cost. So everything can be purchased and registered, and books, all that kind of stuff can be done on the CLS website. We have a couple of college and university partners wherein they actually take the registration themselves and you would pay your tuition money to the school. But if that's the case, which it is a very small number of that 150 schools, I think it's about, I don't know, less than 10%. When you get to the checkout page on the course, it would actually say, click here to go register with school, or it's going to give you a phone number to register with them. Otherwise, any course page for almost all our schools, when you get there, it's going to say add to cart. And that means you can check out directly on the Legal Studies website. So tuition for this program is $2,400. That pays for 6 topics needed to earn the certificate. For the majority of our schools, you can pay $400 per topic as you go. You will earn a digital badge for completion of each individual topic, and you will earn a certificate when you get to 6. The required textbooks for these topics really do vary by topic. There are a couple that do not require a book at all. I believe it's victim advocacy and bankruptcy law. Then there's a couple that have a few more books, like maybe 2 books. I think estate planning requires a couple extra books, and then immigration law also requires more than 1 book. But the rest of them, we use a nutshell series, and those books retail at $45 a piece plus shipping and handling, which can be purchased on our website through the bookstore. Westlaw, which is access into the online law library system. That is a tool that's required for all our paralegal students in that core training, because we do basic legal research training in that program. When you get to advanced topics, the only topic that actually requires a Westlaw subscription is advanced legal research. It is that $89 subscription, good for 7 weeks while the course is in session. But it is the only topic in that entire list that actually requires you to have Westlaw. Now, as a CLS by BARBRI student, if you wanted to purchase an additional subscription, we do allow that to be done. So any student of ours that is registered for a course can take advantage of that 7-week $89 subscription if you wanted to, but it is only required for that one topic. So I want to make that clear. Our payment options are available through our third-party partner, Affirm. So when you get to the checkout screen, after you've put your courses in that you want, you've got your books in there, it will ask you if you want to apply for Affirm. Affirm is a company that breaks down larger purchases into monthly payment plans. They take care of several big box stores, things like Wayfair, you may have heard of. But with ours, you can put it all in the shopping cart. Affirm does a soft check on credit, so it's not a ding on your credit report. We encourage everyone to at least apply, see if you qualify. Just by applying for it, no hit on your credit, no mark there, and it's going to give you options. It doesn't mean you're accepting it at that point. What it's going to do is do like a 2-minute application. It's really, really fast, and it'll come back to you with approval or declined, but the credit range that it accepts is really pretty vast. So please do go ahead and apply for it. and see what you get, because it's going to come back to you with responses and scenarios that are 3, 6, 12, up to 18 months payment. You can certainly check out with a credit card and pay it in full and then work your own budget to redo that, or pay it all off. If you've saved for the course, that's certainly acceptable. But if you want to look at that payment plan, at least look at the option. Then after they come back to you, you can make a choice. Having choices is a good thing. Make sure you've got options. Okay. And how to enroll, you would do that on our website at legalstudies.com. If you have additional questions, we are going to open up for Q&A in just a moment here. I'll answer as many as I can. But you can also email info@legalstudies.com. You can call our enrollment counselors directly at 1-800-522-7737. The next session does begin on June 28th. We do still have seats and openings available for students, and we encourage you to get registered today.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. As we said, we're going to answer some of your questions here live. So if you have a question, please put it in the Q&A, and either one of our enrollment counselors will respond directly or we'll answer it live on the webinar. And as Stephanie said, don't worry if we don't get to your question, or if you have a more lengthy question for our enrollment counselors, they'll be available via the phone and email address after this presentation, and we'll put that up on the screen. And we'll get started here with just a few questions. So first question we've gotten is advice. Do you have any advice on how many courses someone should take at a time? You said they could take 1, 2, or 3 at a time.
That's a great question. And I usually speak to that. So I'm really glad you asked it, because I forgot in this presentation. So I do have kind of a guideline I share with students on how to carry your load. It's really more applicable to students that have taken our paralegal course and they've got experience with our delivery and the workload. So if you took any one of our courses and you were able to score 90s and above and manage the workload with your life and things were manageable, then you can carry 3. You should be able to handle 3 at a time. If you were scoring 80 to 90, life was getting pretty stressful and you were having a little trouble keeping up, then I suggest you don't do more than 2. If you took one of our courses and you were totally pulling your hair out, you were having trouble passing, and you were completely stressed out, then I advise you to take 1 at a time. We do, as I mentioned earlier, want you to be successful. And there's a lot of flexibility in carrying the advanced topics. You've got 12 months to get all 6 done. So you could always, if you're really nervous about carrying a load, you could always start with 1. See how that goes. If your life is great and you can manage everything and you feel like you could carry more, in the next session, take 2 or take 3 and judge it. You don't have to decide which topics to take all up front. You can also make that decision as you go. But that gauge kind of, A, B, C range for 1, 2, or 3 tends to work out pretty well.
Great, thanks, Stephanie. Where can a student find course curriculum for each of the individual topics to understand the difference between them?
So every course page, if you were to go on our website at legalstudies.com, you will be able to pull up a particular school and then go to Advanced Paralegal and get to that page. It will have a list of all the topics. They're actually blue. They're hyperlinked directly to the syllabi for each. Or you can go to a master syllabus menu, which is found under the About CLS tab. Just hover over that on our main page. It'll give you a drop-down box. You're going to see the word syllabi about halfway down the list. Click that. It'll take you to a master page with links to the syllabus for every course we offer. You'll want to make sure you click online for Advanced Paralegal to get into the courses we're talking about today.
Thank you. You talked about the advanced course for paralegal, or sorry, for California students specifically, but does the advanced course or the individual topics, are they applicable to paralegals working in all states?
They absolutely are. Yes. And although California is the only state that has actual regulations for paralegal training, approximately 50% of our students nationwide voluntarily choose to take advanced topics, not because they have to, because they want to. They know that it makes them more credible. They know the more skills they have, the more valuable they are, the more employable they are. And it's an opportunity to continue to grow professionally.
Great, thank you. Let's see, next question. You went through the materials and resources needed for the course. Is there anything else that's required for students to have access to take any of these topics or the whole course?
Access to the internet. Our courses are delivered 100% online. You don't need any special software or anything like that. Access to the internet will be sufficient. You'll need to have some way to, produce written assignments, whether it be Word or some type of program you can type in. Most people take this on a laptop or desktop computer. We do have students that have taken our courses via iPad and downloaded an app to their cell phone, their smartphone, even to do not necessarily the upload of assignments, but to check in for a bulletin board, just to check in what the assignments are. You'll have access to that as well. But you really don't need anything beyond whatever the syllabus and our website tells you is the required material. We sell a few ebooks, but most of them are hard books. So it's nice to be able to take that book with you wherever you go. If the kids have soccer practice and you're sitting there waiting for that to get over, or baseball, I guess we're in summer now, so could be just about anything. If you've got lunchtime at work and you want to do some reading, it's nice that you don't have to be online then. You'll have your books to read. Your actual physical online time is not that much. A grand total of 8 to 12 hours a week for a course is sufficient to get through this program.
Great, thank you. Can you reiterate again how often the course topics are offered and if they're offered in every session?
They are offered every session, not only in the advanced program, but every course that CLS by BARBRI offers is available every session. Our online calendar is divvied out into 6 7-week terms per year. We have January, March, May, June, August, and October. They are constantly rotating on our website. So when you pull up a calendar, you will always be able to see a 12-month outlook for future session dates. And not only is every topic available every session, but every course we offer is full catalog every term.
Great, thank you. You answered the next question that came through, so that's helpful.
Okay.
Let's see. So let's see, what's the next question we can answer? You recommended talking to an instructor. If someone doesn't have an instructor, how would you recommend that they figure out which topics they want to take?
Back to what I had initially said, you don't have to choose all 6 right up front. And if you choose, 6 now, you can change your mind because you can't take all 6 at once anyway. Choose what you're passionate about. Choose what you care about. You're going to have a much better experience learning something that you have a connection to. And if you don't find that, then go through and look at the syllabi for each. Something is going to spark your interest, I guarantee it. If it was a course that didn't have value in the marketplace, we wouldn't offer it. So you can't lose with any of them, but you're going to be more successful if you are learning things that matter to you.
Great, thank you. We have just a couple minutes more, so I'll probably get to 1 or 2 more questions. Next question, can you clarify again on the badges and job network? Is there any additional cost to those platforms? And can you reiterate what you get a badge for?
Currently, we are issuing a badge for every course you complete at CLS by BARBRI. So test prep does not count in that. Those are not courses. Those are test prep things like, but each individual topic yields an individual badge. There is also a cumulative badge when you complete all 6 and earn your advanced paralegal certificate. So prior to us launching the badging project in the last month or 2, you had to wait for documentation until you completed all 6, and then you earn the advanced paralegal certificate. Now you will get that digital documentation for each topic that you complete. As far as the job network goes, you can get a link to that through our website. It has, I might need you to read part of that second question back there, but on our careers page under the About CLS tab, you will see a link over to the job network. It's a phenomenal thing. It's growing now. Every day there are new opportunities and employers being added, and it will continue to grow. It is new now, but it's already preloaded with quite a few opportunities. And for our paralegals, there's also an entire section on career seeking advice, how to interview, things like that. We've got guest speakers, guest information, and help me out with Emily, the
Nope, you're right. There's a whole career advice section from paralegal graduates and current CLS paralegal instructors. And then the second half to that question, which I can answer to, I guess, but I just want to make sure reiterate that the access to both the job network and earning the badge is no additional cost to our students, correct?
Correct.
Awesome.
All free to you and a benefit of taking a CLS by BARBRI course.
Okay, great. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you so much for your time today. With that, we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for everyone who attended. Again, if you have any further questions we did not get to, let me make sure that's up on the screen. You can reach out to us via our website, email, or phone number listed on the screen. And again, our enrollment counselors are available and ready to help you even right after this presentation. They are available 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday Central Time. We'll be sending out the video recording of this webinar if you would like to watch it back. So look out for that in your inbox by the end of the week. And as mentioned, our next course session begins on Monday, June 28th. So now is the perfect time to visit legalstudies.com, enroll, get your books ordered if necessary, so you're all prepared to start on June 28th.